Double header here on Sonar Sport. My name is Samuel Williams. I'm here with Josh, and today we're in for a double header. The first of these games, the Solent Kestrels versus the London Elite. The players are just having their player introductions just now. Josh, all of this excitement surrounding this double header today, big expectations. You've got the cheerleaders here for the very first time. How do you think the Kestrels are going to be feeling for today's game?
Yeah, it's a big game for the Kestrels. You know, they're coming off a really tough loss in the cup against the Cobras. You know, a big loss at home, but they're back at home now. It's a big spectacle. We've got the men's game later. We've got the cheerleaders here. We've got the introductions. It's a big game. It's a good crowd. The Kestrels going to be up for this one and wanting to win.
I mean, of course, they lost to the Cobras in a massive blowout. Even at home, it was a massive blowout. How are they going to be feeling going into this one? They're going to be desperate for a win now.
Yeah, it was a tough loss for the Kestrels, obviously, at home as well. A cup game. They're playing a side who are a division above them, obviously. They did face them last year, as obviously the Cobras did get promoted, but it was a tough loss for the Kestrels. You know, they were down big at half-time. It would have been demoralising, but they were positives, you know. Anna Mendez was a real positive, you know, in a tough performance. She took responsibility with the ball. She still tried. She was a real leader. And, you know, the guards as well, they were getting downhill well. There was a lot of positives for the Kestrels, despite the big loss.
I mean, you already mentioned her name, and that was my next question. I mean, Anna Mendez, so important on the offensive end, especially when players like Tilly Goddard aren't current in the starting lineup. How important do you think she's going to be for this game?
Yeah, I think Mendez is a really big factor for the Kestrels in this game. You know, she got 15 points in the loss against the Cobras, and I mean, while in general the offense of the Kestrels wasn't firing, you know, Mendez still got decent numbers in that game, and I think her size is another big thing. You know, Kestrels are young, a small team, but Mendez does give you that size. And when looking at the opposition today, they have got those big players who are going to get you rebounds. I think a lot of it a lot of the emphasis is going to be on Ana Mendes today, on the offensive end and on the defensive end.
I mean, probably one of the things we could talk about the last game with the Common Cobras is that the fact that there was a big size difference. Looking at the two teams today, it's a bit more similar. How do you think the Kestrels, after their big loss, are going to approach this game?
Yeah, I think that was definitely a factor in the loss, was the size of the Common Cobras. You know, they had Richards, who was really tall. Looking at the opposition today, they've got one or two big players in. Hunt is a really good big player for the opposition today, but yeah, the Kestrels definitely are a decent, similar size, but they need to use their speed. They look like a younger team, they're maybe smaller, more guards. They need to use that speed in transition, get those rebounds and play as a team. Put the ball around, pass it around. I think that's how they're going to win this one.
I mean, they're going to be working a lot in training on different regimes and different schemes that they can do to try and win this game today, especially coming off of that loss. Are they going to want to come out aggressive or conservative, do you think?
I think the Kestrels need to be a little bit more maybe conservative. I think they have got to start quickly. You know, they're on their home court, they want to start well in the first quarter, assert their dominance early, get a lead going, get their confidence back is the main thing. But I think, especially the guards, you know, we saw a lot of turnovers in the last game, maybe a little bit sloppy with their passing. Maybe they need to just calm it down a bit, just make sure they get their passes, find their players, and just get those easy buckets really, make it easy for themselves and their teammates.
Well, I absolutely agree, Josh. And today, this is the first of our doubleheader. Just to remind you, we are here at the Solent Sports Complex. It is the Solent Kestrels up against the London Elite. We are now going to move over to commentary with Riven and Josh, who's going to be sprinting up there to the commentary box to get up there. So we hope you enjoy the game. Stay tuned, and thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks guys. As you said, very interesting game today, especially off the Kestrels win last week against the Thunder. But they'll be hoping that they don't they keep on that positive performance from last week and act as if the cup match never happened. Obviously many turnovers in that game, but turnover in the league today. London Elite looking big, but a small team with only 8 players fielding for today. Kestrels fielding their normal numbers, except obviously Goddard out with injury still. Uza Mafuna returns today as well, as I wait for Josh to come up here. But yeah, as the teams continue their warm-up regimes, Kestrels go back to their bench. But interesting one today, and obviously, as the guys said, doubleheader today, so try and stay tuned for the men's game later, as it'll be a very action-packed day today, with the refs blowing their whistles, teams returning to their bench. See there, Kestrels just getting final bit of motivation before the game starts. As Josh is in the commentary booth and I'm finally not on my own for today. As you can see, Josh is back from downstairs. Give your final thoughts for the game today.
Yeah, I think it's a big one for the Kestrels. They need to, as I said earlier, assert their dominance early. They need to stake home court, start off early, get their confidence back and just play as a team. Yeah,
I mean, as you said, home court advantage definitely helped today. Obviously, they got the win last week against the Thunder, but obviously the last home match didn't go as planned necessarily in the cup. But it's different opposition today, league opposition, and hopefully for them they can, as you said, stick their home court advantage as the teams come back out onto the court. As you can see, London Elite out first. Ana Mendes getting ready for the tip. It's tipped to Ozumafuna on her return. Back up top. Down low for Bert Whistle. Over to Ozumafuna. Tries to drive to the basket. Right hand layup is good. Statement of intent there for the Kestrels. Talk us through that one, Josh.
I mean, you see there instantly the impact of Ozumafuna, Ruben. I mean, it's someone we didn't talk about in the pre-match, but she's obviously coming back into this Kestrels side, and it's a big, big addition for the Kestrels because we saw the game last week without her, and she's come back and got an early bucket.
As Yamaguchi gets the 3 to go, showing her 3-point prowess early as the long ball up to Mendes. Kestrels pushing the pace. Layup there, cannot go there by BC as quick down the court for the London Elite, but Kestrels get the rebound. Pushing the pace once again with Ana Mendes driving to the bucket. Through 2 defenders and deemed to be a blocking foul there on, I believe, on Hunt.
I really like the pace of the Kestrels run to start this off. It's completely different to, as we said, the cup game, which was a big loss. The way that the Kestrels are doing it, they're getting their boards, which was a big reason they struggled last game. They were giving away easy turnovers, they weren't getting their rebounds. They've started off really well and they're pushing the pace really nicely.
Yeah, 42 offensive rebounds given up by the Kestrels in the cup game. Excuse the voice crack there, but 42 offensive rebounds given up by the Kestrels in that cup game 2 weeks ago. As Mendes misses her first 3-3. Second one gets it to go. Yamaguchi pushing the pace for London Elite. Bert Whistle seemed to just switch off there on defense. And London Elite get the quick bucket on the fast break as they're pressing early and get the turnover. Get the steal, sorry, as Yamaguchi thinks about the 3, gets the screen from Hunt. Back up top. Gives it back to Hunt, who's double teams. Tight defense down low there by Kestrels as they get the defensive board. Pushing the pace through McDowell. Right hand layup, gets it to go. Tie game here early in the first quarter.
That's a really, really good Kestrels sequence there, Ruben. You know, Ana Mendes really good on the defensive end. Obviously, we saw a turnover reminiscent of the Cobras with the blitz, and then Ozumafuna gives away the turnover, but it's a really great sequence. And McDowell there, good layup.
Foul there called on Ozumafuna.
First personal on number 10, Ozumafuna for the reach.
Kestrels do need to be careful. Well, sorry, London Elite need to be careful not to give away too many fouls today with only 8 players in their squad. It's Hunt in the post position, just trying to find that space, but can't find it.
Be interesting to see how the size of Kestrels' squad really impacts this game. With the pace it's playing, you think the 8 players on the London Elite are going to get tired, and Kestrels just have that more luxurious and bigger bench.
Yeah.
I wonder how that will impact the game going forward.
Yeah, as Ana Mendes just missed that layup there. Would have been a good tone setter there as they tried to build the lead, and Yamaguchi tries the wild floater there, but it comes through Theobald, who gets the rebound, gets the score, and just gets them back into the lead as Ozumafuna on the left hand side, back up to Mendes. Off the ball movement. McDowell back on this left hand side, gets the 3 but can't get it. Good rebound there by Bert Whistle. Reverse layup, bit of style there from Bert Whistle.
Really positive Solent basketball there, really good from the Kestrels. You know, the spacing's really nice, they're getting those open threes, even though it's not gone in, it's good shot, she's taking good looks. And then they've got the rebound and they've got a second chance, really good.
Good drive there by Theobald. Again, like you said, it's important the squad size here for the Kestrels today, because with the London Elite coming out this early, using that full court press, using the blitz, it'll be interesting whether how long they can keep that up. Really, we saw them in warm-ups doing some runs, but it'll be interesting to see whether they get tired or how that impacts them later down the stretch. Interesting to see. Mendes high post spin move, double teamed, fouled there by I believe Hunt. Sorry, not Hunt. That'll be Theobald. 2 of the London Elite bigs already fouled early in the game.
And that's 2 fouls already drawn by Ana Mendes. Instantly, we can see the size in the post really coming in clutch.
Yeah. Mendes for the first free throw, can't get it to go. Well, we saw in the cup game, even if they were unfortunate to lose, she did draw a lot of fouls and was sent to the line a lot, and that's how she got a lot of her points. Anna Mendes. It's interesting to see where she keep that up today. As her second free throw is good. 9-8 game with 6 minutes 52 left in the first quarter. Sodi on the right hand side, back up to Yamaguchi. Look to Musiaidi, tries to find the space, but just drawn into the baseline there. Can't find any space. Yamaguchi on his right hand side gets the three, just short. Good rebound there by Burt Whistle. As Kestrels pushing the pace once again through Nwabisi. Using Mafuna into Mendes. Good ball movement here by the Kestrels. Down in the low post, finds Mendes again, thinks about the three, does, banks it in. Interesting whether she did call bank on that one, but gets the three to go, so for her does not matter. A quick little foul there by Nwabisi, just to slow the pace of the game down a little bit.
Again, it's ball movement for the Kestrels, that's the key. It's getting their players open, they're all spaced around the D, they're open from three, and we see Anna Mendes, a great shot there.
Yeah, just getting that one player to drive to the basket, draw those defenders in, and finding space in the corners and on the wing just to get the 3 points to go, or just mid-ranges. London Elite tried to drive to the basket. Yamaguchi on this right-hand side again, thinks about the three, double team, blitzes. Mendes just switched off, can't find her offensive player, but she gets the rebound. And Kestrels just pushing that pace once again through Nwabisi. Down on the left-hand side. To Burt Whistle. Using Mafuna, just loses the ball there. As London Elite tried to push the pace again and just poked away. As Godwin can't get the ball. And it'll be a Kestrels ball on the baseline. Both teams looking to push the pace here today. Obviously both teams seem to be quite quick. Kestrels looking the more small of the two teams. Be interested to see whether, like we said, whether they can keep it up, or obviously we know that's part of the Kestrels game plan. As Mendes goes for the three once again, can't bank this one in though, as London Elite get the rebound, and once again pushing the pace of this game. Yamaguchi on the right hand side can't get the mid-range jumper to go. Good movement, good ball movement here by London Elite. As they get the switch through Hunt. Blocked there by Uzumafuna. Kestrels going the other way and pushing the pace once again. Mendes driving to the basket. Good drive to the basket. Can't get the layup to go, and it's those buckets you just unfortunate to get going, really.
Yeah, but it's positive again from Anna Mendes. I mean, if she's going to keep doing that, I'm sure later on in the game she's going to make more and more buckets, and she's already on 5 points. I'm very, very interested to see if the Elite are going to double her for her size, and that might draw more opportunities for her teammates.
As you see there, Kestrels doing well on defense despite being the smaller team. London Elite having those 2 or 3 bigger players. As substitutions here for both teams. Tia Bolt coming off.
You can definitely see the impact of Ozunfunu coming back in already. We spoke a little bit about her returning. She's already got 2 points. She's got a block. She's getting open around that D to shoot the free, but she's giving it to her teammates. She has given away 2 turnovers, a bit of rust, but you can see the impact already, and it's really helping the Kestrels.
Just the other option as the point guard with a Solent Kestrels team with many point guards to offer. It's just that other ball handler, just to when some players aren't maybe playing how they would want to, just that other option, especially off the ball here. As you see, high post, good ball movement here again. Nwabisi gets the 3 but can't get it to go. And it's a 2-on-2 situation here for London Elite. Yamaguchi left-hand side for the 3. Hunt, good rebound. Sort of not Hunt there. For the London Elite, it was poked away. The foul there by London Elite. Rosser, with the rebound, as a timeout called by the London Elite. Good start for the Solent Kestrels, would you say, Josh?
Yeah, really good game on both sides, Riven, to be honest. It's a really good pace. You know, both teams are not afraid to shoot. We've seen Yamaguchi, especially on the London Elite. She's not afraid to show off her range. But yeah, the Kestrels really good. You know, we've seen 4 different players of got on the ball with some points. Mendes has hit a really good free. You know, they're getting to the line, they're spacing, they're passing the ball. It's really positive start.
Yeah, I mean, especially compared to the cup game and the last home game we saw here in the sports complex, but sort of working off of their success last week. It was a low-scoring game, but I expect they'll be feeding off that energy from last week, and as we've seen, not afraid to shoot the 3 ball, or either team really, especially, as you said, Yamaguchi, not afraid to shoot at all.
Well, the Kestrels certainly look like they got their confidence back, don't they?
Yeah,
you wouldn't think they lost by what they did in the recent cup game. They certainly look at home today.
Yeah, I mean, I think, like you said, being at home definitely helps them, despite the cup loss. Sort of coming back to their own place, and I think the cheerleaders might be helping today on the first experience of the season. But Kestrels will have the inbound ball on the right-hand side through Bartlett. Bartlett drives to the basket, left-hand layup. Can't get it to go. Mendes fighting for the ball. Loose ball there, but Hunt comes up with it. Finds the ball handler Yamaguchi.
That's the one place that the Kestrels could struggle, is the elite have 2 or 3 players who are significantly more tall, whereas the Kestrels just have Mendes. We see there, it's 2 against 1, it's tough to get that ball.
Yeah, good steal there by the Kestrels. Sloppy pass, and Unwabisi gets the right-hand layup to go on the fast break, making it a 4-point lead here in the first quarter. Good poke away, another steal. As Unwabisi driving to the basket once again, right-hand layup, gets it to go again. 4 quick points there for Unwabisi, giving the Kestrels a 6-point lead in the first quarter. Talk us through those steals there, Josh.
Yeah, that's the youth for the Kestrels guards, you know, that speed that they've got, getting downhill, getting easy layups, but yeah, really sneaky steal, really, really good guard play. And yeah, easy layup, 4 points for Nabisi.
Yeah, as you see there, London Elite coming up with the offensive boards. As they drive to the basket. Travel call there, and another turnover for the London Elite early in the game. With the defensive rebounds there, we saw obviously London Elite having 3 sort of bigs on the floor at the same time. Anna Mendes only been able to guard one of them. Kestrels sort of having to double up the big player under the basket and sort of box out them together. Interested to see how that one develops through the game. As Kestrels once again, quick ball movement, can't get the shot to go, but good rebound there by Blandford.
As you can see in that sequence there though, Ruben, the 2 big players for the elite does create that space for the Kestrels to shoot a free. It does. They both go near the paint, they're both under the rim, and that does leave a guard or a forward for the Kestrels open.
And Mendes tries to get to the basket, but blocked there, and it'll be a turnover by Anna Mendes. Statement of intent there, just to try and be more aggressive to the basket, and like you said, find space for her teammates, because with the big size of the London Elite, they'll have a lot more space, like you said, from 3-point range, and just use their speed, but they will struggle defensively, especially against those bigs in the paint, as Yamaguchi shoots the 3 again and gets it to go. She's really not afraid to shoot that 3-point, is she, Josh?
2 threes for Yamaguchi, she's letting it fly.
Yeah, I mean, once you start off hot, you can keep shooting it. As we saw with Cooper last week in the men's game, he was not afraid to shoot it, as Uzmafuna on the left-hand side thought about the floater but couldn't get it to go, and Unwabisi shoots the 3, can't get it to go. London Elite will come at the rebound, but Uzmafuna pressuring, gets the steal. Just driving to the basket, finding the space, good ball movement there again. And Bartlett gets the 3-pointer to go. 3-point shootout late in this first quarter. As London Elite push the pace again, and foul called there. And Unwabisi just apologising there to her teammates.
Just a chance to take a breath here in this game after that foul. You know, it's a fantastic speed we're going at, and it's back and forth 3-pointers either side. And we saw some great defense from the Solent Kestrels there. You know, high in the other team's half. They've got the ball high up. They've got another great look, and they've scored a 3, and that's great team basketball.
Yeah, I mean, it's something they were missing in the cup game. As Hussein just missed their first free throw, as Lamas came on for Unwabisi, who is already on 2 fouls. Need to watch out for that one, whether that develops, and make sure she doesn't get on too many fouls by the end of the game. As I was saying, gets the second free throw to go and make 2 substitutions with Godwin coming on, as well as Theobald. Full court press there again by the London Elite, just working out to force the turnover. And Mendes couldn't get to the ball. Theobald just spin move, left-hand layup, can't get it to go, but rebound there by the London Elite. Moving the ball around, Yamaguchi, 3-pointer, just short. What about it again, drive to the basket. Can't find a teammate though, and it's poked away by the Solent Kestrels.
Can't leave her open, Rhythm.
No.
She's hit 2 threes already. You know, Yamaguchi, she's so good at finding that space. And again there, she's in the corner, she's ready, she's shooting again. It's really good.
Just keep feeding the hot hand and letting it fly in that corner, even if it is more difficult shots in basketball. She'll keep shooting it. London Elite showing their ball movement skills here with left-hander layup. Blocked there by Ana Mendes. Theobald driving to the basket. Beats the defender, but good rebound there by Blandford and slows the pace down a little bit. Finds the teammate. Bartlett just a Lamas 3-pointer, just short and just airballed it. Getting a bit too excited there, I think. Could have slowed that down a little bit more and found another open teammate possibly.
Another good look though for the Kestrels.
Another good look. That's all you need in a game of basketball is multiple open good looks, and you'll keep shooting it. As London Elite get the layup to go through Theobald with 6 early points for her in the first quarter, as 31 seconds left in this quarter. Lamas thought about the cut to the basket, can't get the pass to her though. Tries to find teammate inside through Sheldrick, can't get it to go. And Yamaguchi right hand layup, can't get the layup, but fouled there by Blandford. Timeout called by the Kestrels. Not necessarily needed that foul then, would you say? Sort of changed the tone at the end of the first quarter.
I think it's just part of the defense the Kestrels are playing. You know, they've been really aggressive in the paint, and there, you know, it's a contested shot. She's caught a player, you know, and it's a foul. But the Kestrels have played some really good defense. You know, the Elite are starting to come back now. They've got some late points in this quarter. Yeah, it's setting up for a really good game there.
Yeah, it's an interesting matchup. Like we've said multiple times, with the sizes of both teams, how each team defends and plays offense is an interesting one, with the Kestrels using their speed and their smaller size. Good ball movement so far. Keep finding the open teammates. As the refs pull the players back onto the court with 18.8 left in this first quarter. Kestrels remain unchanged since the last play. Yamaguchi's first free throw is good. 7 early points for her in this first quarter. Second free throw is also good, even if the cheerleaders did their best to put her off. Full court press here by London Elite, but Kestrels breaking through it. Finding Lamas on the left-hand side. Poked away there by London Elite. 8 seconds left in this first quarter, but Godwin just loses the ball before she can go up for the layup, and London Elite will set up in a full court press to stop Kestrels getting that open look towards the other basket.
Strong hustle there by Ana Mendes, just getting back in transition, helping her team on the defensive end.
Lamas with the half-court shot, can't get it to go as the cheerleaders dive out the way. Not get hit by the ball, but interesting first quarter, like you said, Josh. Interesting matchups for both teams, and I guess the Kestrels will look to carry on their style of play for the rest of the match.
Yeah, I think they've started how they would have wanted to. They're up. It's only a 1-point lead, but they are winning at home court. They've been positive. They're playing good team basketball. You know, they're better on the defensive end. You know, we have seen maybe signs of, you know, or habits sometimes with the Elite full court press. They have given away turnovers, but all in all, a positive start for the home side.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, those turnovers are needed, but both teams are giving them away at the moment. London League having more success towards the end with that full court press, like we said. And it's one thing the Kestrels have been sort of their kryptonite this season, is that full court press and the blitz straight off the start, as the players just getting their talk shot with their coaches.
I think it's interesting how the Kestrels have almost, you know, shared their points. We've got lots of players on the board for the Kestrels. We've got 7 players, whereas the Elite have very much been reliant on Yamaguchi and Theobald for their points, who have combined for 14. It's a big reliance.
Yeah, it's something the Kestrels don't necessarily do that often. You often see, obviously, Goddard and Mendes mostly scoring most of their points, but it's good to see sharing the points around, and sort of shows their good ball movement and finding the open looks rather than just forcing it through the likes of Mendes and Uzumafuna. As the teams come back out onto the court. Lamas, Mendes, Bartlett, Blandford and Sheldrick return to the court for the Kestrels. It's also the more simple shots for the Kestrels have been working with the layups. Like, you often see them attempt many layups, but not necessarily the more open looks for the Kestrels. But today they're finding the open ones, and even if it is a 3, they're letting it go, and it's working for them so far. It'll be interesting to see whether they can get it to go for the rest of the match. Inbounds the ball here for Blandford. And we just get us started in the second quarter. Mendes return pass to Blandford, tries the right-hand scoop layup, but can't get it to go, and Yamaguchi pushes the pace once again, finds Goblin the right-hand side, live to the basket, can't get the layup, and Lamas finds Blandford. Sorry, Sheldrick, sorry. And he's on the left-hand side. Just being patient, being the more patient team so far this match, as Lamas tries to find Mendes cut into the basket, but steal there for Yamaguchi, who drives to the basket, gets the mid-range jumper. Good rebound there by London Elite through Rosser, and shot there by Godwin, just a long 2, but puts the London Elite in front at the start of this second quarter. Kestrels being forced to sort of be more creative with their passes. She finds Sheldrick under the basket. Another player put on points today as they push the pace once again. London Elite, Godwin can't get the layup to go, and Kestrels getting the rebound and pushing the pace once again. As you say, fast-paced game, as the floater there not good by Bartlett, and the Elite will come with the rebound.
Kestrels are really showing 2 sides of their game, yeah. You know, a really good bucket for Sheldrick. You know, before she's got 2, she could have taken a 3. Patient basketball, they've gone there a bit more fast-paced. They got unlucky in the layup, but Kestrels just showing they could do both sides.
Good hustle there by 3 of the Kestrels players. They tried to beat Rosser on the rebound, but comes up with the rebound anyway, as subs come in through Uzumafuna for Lamas and McDowell for Blandford, offering a different dynamic, possibly a faster team here for the Kestrels to sort of keep up with the pace of the London Elite. Rosser once again high post, ball back, the spin move finds Yamaguchi. 3-point attempt late with the shot clock running down. Is it deemed to have come off a Kestrels player?
So from Yamaguchi again, not being afraid to show that range. She's trigger happy with that 3. She's got 6 already. You know, she hasn't made that one, but she's got a good play and got the ball back for her team.
Just a bit of miscommunication between the referees there. One calling shot clock violation and one calling the turnover. But
interesting.
The shot clock violation was called. Interesting to see what the refereeing decisions made for today. Last week's were interesting in the men's game, to say the least. But
home crowd there, just trying to make a little bit of atmosphere here at the Solent Sports Complex.
Try and keep the players motivated as there's a long delay. The referees talk once again, probably about the same decision. I don't think the London Elite coach was very happy on the decision there. But shot clock violation decision is called. 7 minutes 43 left in the second quarter. Kestrels just the one basket in this quarter so far as a full quarter once again, but Uzumafuna finds the space. Find Mendes, just the travel there, called by Mendes. Got a little bit excited when she saw Sheldrick under the basket, but realised not necessarily the most open pass, and then went to drive to the basket. Just a bit of indecision.
Just slipped through her hands, didn't it?
Yeah.
She just slipped with it, re-caught it. Yeah, really unlucky, but it was a travel.
Steelbot drives to the basket, finds the open teammate. Shot there by Musaidi, can't get it to go. Yamaguchi on the right-hand side, drives to the basket, right-hand layup, contested.
Heavy fall there for Uzumafuna on the defensive end.
Heavy fall indeed.
Straight back up there, that's good.
Yeah,
Good,
left-hand
good
scoop layup, can't get it to go by McDowell. Signs of bad habits there by the Kestrels, just forcing the play a little bit. Yamaguchi finding Hunt.
Lovely dime.
Lovely pass there by Yamaguchi.
Just wraps her arm around it, really strong.
Yeah, just showing off her skill today so far, showing the three-point prowess and showing her passing ability. Just waited for Hunt to roll off the screen and find the open pass, but just struggling offensively here as they turn it over once again. London Elite, probably the longest duration in the lead so far this match.
Yeah, I was going to say they are starting to get a grip in this game, aren't they? They ended the first really strong and they've started this one even better. Yamaguchi, we'll talk about her again. Really good start. But yeah, Musaidi on the defensive end there, good play. Elite looking good.
But Whistle coming back on for Bartlett. But Whistle did have a good start to the game. Some early points and some good passes in the first quarter. Getting a deserved rest, but coming back on now. Looking at this Kestrels team, Sheldrick seems to be occupying the other big on the court for London Elite as they poked away, but Yamaguchi comes up with it again, but his travel called as she landed on her front, then went onto her back, and one of those ones where you're so focused on diving on the ball that you forget about the travel call. Uzumafuna gets the inbound. Finds Anna Mendes, three-point shot, just long, comes up with the rebound, but just loose ball, pushed ahead there to Godwin, thinks about the layup, good fake, great pump fake just to get McDowell in the air and sort of sold her a bag of chips and a chocolate bar down at the corner shop there.
4 points for Godwin, okay, that was a really nice move.
Yeah, down on the left-hand side, 3 points to go, but does get the rebound. Just forcing some shots here in the second quarter. Mendes at the mid-range, can't get it to go. Kestrels really struggling now as London Elite starting to get into this game and sort of telling there with Anna Mendes sort of slowing the pace down, letting her team settle. Just slowing the London Elite down as they make another substitution. And to rotate the team a lot, as we said before the game, smaller size for the team of London Elite.
Maybe a bit of frustration there from Anna Mendes. She's had 2 shots now that just haven't fallen for her, and little foul there, just stopping play, bit of frustration.
Just a bit unlucky a couple of times where it's built up frustration. It's rather understandable, and it is her first foul of the game, so she's able to sort of let that anger out a little bit as I struggle to get my words out. Uzumafuna finds Burt Whistle, gives it back to Uzumafuna, can't find Mendes on the other side of the basket, falls to the ground again. As McDowell thoughts about the drive to the basket, finds Burt Whistle for the 3, just short.
Yet to score since her early bucket, Uzumafuna. You know, we've seen her impact on the defensive end, and she has been sharing the basketball, but she's yet to score since her early 2. Maybe that long breakout, her absence, maybe we're seeing it affect her. You know, look at her now, she looks tired. Maybe Uzumafuna's slightly feeling that pace of the game.
Yeah, as 2 heavy falls sort of couldn't wind you a little bit and take your energy out, and interested to see how she responds as Mendes gets her first rest of the day as Blandford comes on, and Kestrels look to sort of create a mismatch and play sort of small ball here with Sheldrick sort of playing the big, but Whistle helping out on rebounds as they get the rebound through Uzumafuna, who looks to push the pace and sort of going a 1-on-3. Good dribble move there, right hand layup, gets it to go. Great move there by Uzumafuna, sort of proving us wrong there and showing that she does have her energy back.
We called Chiance's really nice move. That was aggressive. Yeah, she's not feeling the pace at all. That was a really nice move from Uzumafuna.
She even sort of caught the London Elite players off guard there as Hunt steps out of bounds. Good splitting of the two defenders with that dribble move and keeping up her scoring for the game. Just a couple of wayward passes there by Kestrels and full court press there again as Uzumafuna poked away by a London Elite player, but no foul called, and Yamaguchi gets the mid-range just off, and Dean to come off Hunt, and it'll be a Kestrels ball. Just a bit of aggressive poke away there by London Elite, but no foul called, and I think even the London Elite player, Godwin, I think was sort of claiming that it could have been a foul, sort of apologising to Uzumafuna for another heavy fall. Hopefully she doesn't stop her being aggressive. A butt whistle with the right-handed scoop layup again. Can't get it to go. Long looping pass attempt by Blandford, but poked away, and it'll be a turnover and the Kestrels ball. Uzumafuna there, hands on the knees again. Maybe she is feeling the pace a little bit, but interesting to see how she rests and whether she does get a rest.
Without Mendes on the court as well for the Kestrels, there is a big emphasis on Uzumafuna, but that is a sloppy turnover from the inbound there.
Sloppy turnover there by Uzumafuna. Sort of, as we said, possibly just getting tired and making the wrong decision there from the inbounds. Yamaguchi tries to drive to the basket. Good dribble move there, creating the space. Good turn. Good no-look pass to Hunt for the mid-range and gets it to go. That'll be Hunt's 4th point of the game.
Style from Yamaguchi again. It's a no-look pass. She's looking like LaMelo Ball right now, Riven. Yamaguchi's really playing for the Elite.
Blandford gets the right-hand layup to go. Distinct difference in size, appearance, and play styles, but I understand your point there with the LaMelo Ball there, with the style and sort of showing off her skills. She does commit the turnover there, but come off a Kestrels player. She's got a statement of intent out here today to sort of cause problems for the Kestrels indeed.
Another big off-ball screen there on Uzumafuna. It looked a bit like a foul. She tangled her knees after what looked like a bit of a tangle with the feet with the steal earlier. Uzumafuna looks like she might be feeling that one again.
Yeah, just hands on her chest and sort of probably winded from the number of falls she's had, and interested to see where she gets a rest. I'd hope for her sake that she does because she has been running a lot today, and as we said, has fallen quite a bit. But we brought up earlier the score share for the Kestrels, the number of their players on points, and it's continued with only Holt and Lamas not scoring, and Holt hasn't had any minutes yet, and just Lamas not scoring for the Kestrels. Interesting to see whether that continues, or whether Mendes coming back on at some point, sort of whether the focal point is on her, or whether someone else can step up and start scoring. But Whistle's definitely struggled second quarter so far. 2 minutes 57 left in the quarter and the half. But Yamaguchi causing all problems here for the Kestrels defensively in this game.
You just wonder if there's going to be that one player here to take over the game. You know, it's a very, very close one. The Elite, you know, are really coming back into this game. They're starting to take over. They've got Hunt, who is obviously taller, and maybe she could be the one to take over other than Yamaguchi. But you just wonder for the Kestrels, have they got that player today who is going to take over?
Obviously Goddard still out, and Mendes sort of having to step up as the leader, as Hunt there again, getting the pass, using her size for ability, but Elite coming up with the rebound again, and Kestrels leave her open for the three, but she gets the space. Good floater there with the right hand, sort of finding the space and improvising on the go as Burt Whistle finds Uzumafuna, not afraid to drive to the basket, finds Burt Whistle on the right hand side again, lets the three-pointer fly but can't get to go again. Burt Whistle struggling to score in the second quarter.
There's that height of Hunt though, Riven, you know, she's her arms, she's just able to get them higher than anyone. With rebounds, with those jump shots, she's able to be almost open because of her height compared to the Kestrels. It's almost like Victor Wembanyama, how he gets he's almost open. He can shoot from anywhere because of his height. That's what Hunt is right now. It's a really nice floater jump shot and rebound.
There's long two there by Diabol. She's now on 8 points. As sloppy turnover there by the Kestrels through McDowell again. Yamaguchi bringing the ball up the court again, just taking her time, finding the open teammate, and she finds Rosset. And turnover there by Augustine. And she just seemed to have travelled there by the referee.
Been a couple of travels in this game, hasn't there?
Yeah, I think just that excitement coming out, lifting that pivot foot before dropping the ball on the court, and always a bit excited to start playing basketball. Another turnover there by the Kestrels as Theobald tries to drive to the basket. Good defense there by McDowell, just stood up as the defender. And it'll be a London Elite ball. Just taking the sort of, not the charge, but all that energy going into the chest, and just taking it on the defensive end there by McDowell, as Kestrels deemed to have possibly come up with the ball, and London Elite poke it away once again. Hunt with the mid-range, using her size to her advantage on Sheldrick, but another offensive board there for the London Elite. And the London Elite with their largest lead of the game, 29-24. Timeout called by the Kestrels, and you just wonder whether London Elite is sort of just getting away with it now.
It might be their height taken over here, I think. You know, we talked about an emphasis on the youth, the speed of the Solent Kestrels, but now we're seeing the height, the rebounds, the dominance of the London Elite. You know, Rosser, Theobald, Hunt, they're really taking over in this game. The Elite have come back really nicely. They built a bit of momentum going into half-time there.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see whether Kestrels find some way to sort of combat that, or they'll stick with their strategy and hope it works back and they find their rhythm again. As an interesting, can't see it on stream, but interesting cheerleading performance there again. Nice basketball oriented demonstration there by the cheerleaders today.
You wonder how long it's going to take as well, the Kestrels, to get Anna Mendes in. You've seen the impact. She's come out, and it's almost where the Elite have really taken over. They've lost that bit of size. You wonder, we've got a minute and a half left of this quarter, of this half. Is it time to get Anna Mendes back in?
Yeah, the points differential is definitely different when Anna Mendes is off the court, and not come back on here. Anna Mendes and Kestrel sort of running the play through Sheldrick in the big position. Sort of four guards on the court: McDowell, Uzumafuna, Blandford and Birtwistle. As Uzumafuna brings the ball up the court, pushing the pace once again. This is almost quadruple team drive to the basket, tries to find Sheldrick, but goes to the layup, almost gets the rebound over Rosser, and Yamaguchi thought about the three once again, but just calm it down and finds the open teammate. And good dribble move there, and Hunt finds Yamaguchi left hand side, three-pointer can't go, but Hunt comes up with the rebound. But Whistle kind of just switched off there, got a little bit frustrated, and lost her defensive assignment and struggled to box out the bigger player there. Mafuna pressed once again. Foul there called on Diabol.
Another bump, and again, Uzumafuna feeling that one again.
Yeah, back to the hands on the knees, and you're wondering when she starts doing the heads, knees, head, shoulders, knees, and toes the rest of the song. But
you got a feel for her coming back from injury. She's had some serious bumps in this first half, you know.
Definitely taking it on the chin, and good screen there by the Kestrels, and Sheldrick on the left-hand side, airballed the three, but finding the open player once again. Off the ball foul there called on, I believe, McDowell, is sort of letting her anger out there, sort of mocking her opponent. But yeah, just finding the open teammate, but couldn't get the shot to go there.
Yeah, nice ball movement from the Kestrels again.
Steer ball, inside find Yamaguchi once again. Just taking her time. The ball on the right, finds Hunt, double teamed underneath the basket, reverse layup, gets it to go. And great movement there by Hunt under the basket, limited space. As I let you go down, back down to court side. Mafuna, great left-handed layup. Just to limit the point differential to 9. And that'll be the first half here in the sports complex. 35 points to 26. As the cheerleaders get the mats out, ready for their half-time performance. Interested to see whether Solent Kestrels bounce back from that interesting first half. Some silly turnovers, but struggling on the rebounding end, and we're hoping that that does not continue in the second half. As we wait for Josh to get down courtside. As the Kestrels go back to the change room just to get a talk from the coach and hopefully motivate them going into the second half and hopefully close the gap to the opposition in the London Elite. As I head back down to Sam and Josh courtside, ready for your halftime report.
Thank you very much, Riven. And back now, half-time, 26 to 35 to the London Elite, a 9-point lead going into half-time. How are the Solent Kestrels going to feel about this, Josh, do you think?
Yeah, the Kestrels started really well. You know, they did what we said pre-game. They started well, they claimed their home court, they look confident again, but the Elite have really taken over now. Their height is really making an influence on this game.
So you think that there's actually a height difference that's making a difference in this game rather than anything else, would you say?
I think me and Riven spoke about it on commentary when Anna Mendez was out the game. We really noticed the height differential from the Kestrels to the Elite. You know, the Kestrels going for that small ball, trying to be quick, trying to be smaller, but it hasn't really worked because we've seen Hunt really take over in this game. She's on 10 points now, and she's been a big difference for the Elite.
I mean, when you rely on small ball basketball, you've got to rely on good passing movements and good schemes. Do you think that the Solent Kestrels have executed them well enough?
I think the Kestrels have been unlucky on that factor, to be honest, because the Kestrels have been really good passing. You know, they have been moving the ball well, and they're finding good looks. You know, they're getting their players open around the three-point line. The shots just haven't really fell in that second quarter, but you've just got to carry on. They're good looks. Kestrels, they could fall for them, and that's how they could take over the game.
I mean, one thing that we noticed earlier on in the season at times was sometimes the scoring load wouldn't be shared around, and if there's one positive that we could take from this team, this game in fact, it's that if you look at the scoring totals from the Kestrels, it's 4, 2, 2, 6, 2, 2, 3, 5. You know, it's shared across the whole of the team, whereas in previous games you've seen players like Glorious Mafuna, Anna Mendez and then Tilly Goddard, and then apart from that it would just be those three who would just get the scoring load. How do you think that they've approached here differently than they have in previous games, would you say?
Well, as you mentioned the name Tilly Goddard, obviously she's not here today, she's still out. So team basketball, spreading the points rate is definitely a big emphasis for the Kestrels, and they clearly worked on sharing the ball, sharing the points. It's definitely helped them. That is why this game has really been so close, and that's how the Kestrels really started well, is because they were moving the ball. Anna Mendez hit a really big bank three in the first quarter. But me and Riven, we just wonder, do the Kestrels now, they share the points in a close game, but we're seeing Elite have those 1-2 players who are going to take over. Do the Kestrels now need someone to really take a grip and responsibility in the game?
I mean, now going on to the London Elite, is there any players that you could point to that have had a significant impact on this game so far?
Yeah, Yamaguchi's really impressed me. You know, she's not been afraid to use her range, let it fly from free. She's passing the ball around. She's a bit flashy in her passes. We compared to a little bit to LaMelo Ball at times with some of her passes behind the back. And Hunt as well, at the end of the quarter, just her size, she's really helped as well. Yeah, they've had two really strong performances from them too.
I mean, not only from a physical side, but also a mental aspect. They've come here to the away side, so London Elite, they've come here, they've come to the Solent Sports Complex. Of course, they want to try and get a win. They're 9 points ahead at half-time. How is that going to affect their mental edge going into the second half for the London Elite?
I think the Elite have come just all about business. I think it's a bit of a spectacle in the Solent Sports Complex. We've got the cheerleaders, we've got the doubleheader, we've got a little bit of a crowd. There's a little bit of home atmosphere in here. The Elite, obviously they were down after the first quarter, but they're here all about their business, they're focused.
They've just come in, let their hoops do the talking, and they've taken the lead into half-time. I think they've really impressed me on their mindset and how they come here.
I mean, you talked a little bit about this before the game, but getting points off of transition is going to be a big part of if they want to win this game today. And one thing that I've noticed a lot of the time is when the Kestrels collect a rebound, often through somebody like Ana Mendes or even Glory Uzmafuna, a lot of the time it'll be Uzmafuna herself who will be carrying it up the court. Do you think that's something that they've worked on? They've said, look, we want to get Glory the ball a lot of the time, and we want her to run with the ball up the court, and we want her to facilitate a lot, especially since their main facilitator, Tilly Goddard, isn't here today.
I think so. I think the way that Ana Mendes would normally maybe have the ball, Tilly Goddard, I think the way that the Elite are positioned defensively, they've got two of their bigs in the paint, normally on Mendes. So it is up to Goddard or the guards to take the ball up in transitions. And I think that is something that the Kestrels have done well when they've got rebounds, just kicking the ball out really quickly from one side of the court to the other quickly. And I think Uzmafuna definitely has had a big role in that. She's only scored 4 points, but she has been dishing the ball around, maybe more than shooting, I think. And it's just finding those open looks for her teammates.
I mean, we've talked a little bit about Solent Kestrels' offense. Now let's move to their defense. What do you notice about the Solent Kestrels' defense? What are the positives? What are some of the negatives that have allowed them to concede those 35 points in the first half?
I think it's a bit stronger. It's a bit more aggressive around the rim. We saw against the Cobham Cobras and Sophie Calaf, maybe a bit more. The Kestrels were a bit more weak near the rim. They were able to almost bulldoze their way in, get those points, get those free throws. But today they've been a bit more resistant, which has been really impressive. And the Kestrels have got more rebounds. They're not really giving up too many looks around three-point line either. Yamaguchi in the corners maybe at times, but we've seen a lot of shot clock violations from the London Elite. We've seen a lot of turnovers, and that's credit to the Solent Kestrels defense.
I mean, we've come off the back of a massive loss, a massive deficit loss. Do you think in this second game after that, do you think they're feeling the effects of that? They're 9 points down at half-time, or do you think this is just part of their approach? They're slowing it down for the first half and easing into it, and they'll ease into it more in the second half?
Maybe that is in their minds. They've had a big loss at home. They're back at home now. They're losing again. But I think there are a lot of positives if you're the Kestrels head coach. I think he'll go in there and encourage his team, say there's a lot that he likes. The home crowd here are going to get behind their team, and it's still a really tight game. The Kestrels are very much in this one. I think they've just got to trust themselves, trust their teammates, and know that they have got an opportunity here to win this one.
Another thing I want to move on to as well is that foul trouble seems to be a little bit more common in this game more than previous games. Do you think that might be a bit of a reaction to the last game and just trying to be more aggressive?
Potentially on the defensive end. I think sometimes it's positive to foul, which shows that aggression on the defensive end. I think as the game's gone on, the Kestrels have had a few fouls that is pure frustration. I think we saw Ana Mendes miss one or two, then she's got a transitional foul. Maybe it was a little bit of frustration, or the Kestrels trying to slow down the game, because the pace of both sides has been fantastic. It's been, you can't even catch a breath, it's been that quick. But yeah, there could be foul trouble. Nabisi's obviously on 2 and she's had a strong start, so maybe it is something the Kestrels need to look forward to and look at. But if they rotate and they're aggressive on the defensive end, just get those rebounds, they should be okay.
You mentioned tempo in that first half. A lot of the time it's going back and forth and back and forth. With the scoring the way that it has been for the Kestrels, where it's been the scoring load has been shared amongst the whole team, how much do you want to use those rotational players but also risk ruining that tempo? If you see what I'm saying, you bring those players off the bench and you risk that sort of how do I say it, like their comeback, that kind of momentum that they have.
Yeah, I think it's big for the Kestrels, especially when you've got that advantage. The Elite have only got 8 players in total, that's 3 off their bench, whereas Kestrel have a more luxurious, a bigger bench. So you've got to utilise that if you're the Solent Kestrels. You've got to get that energy in, you've got to get players off the bench who are going to be quick, who are going to want the ball, who are going to be able to tire out their opposition. Elite have played a full court blitz for most of the game when Solent Kestrels have inbounded, so you've really got to pick up on that as the game tires, and you've got to use your bench players, your role players. You really need them to get some points, share the points out, share the basketball, and yeah, that's how they're going to get a lot of opportunities.
I mean, one more thing I'll move on to just before we move on to the second half. Shot selection. The shot selection on both sides has actually been quite good, but you also got to balance shot selection, those 3-pointers also with, can you actually be efficient with them? Can you actually make them? Do you think they're going to continue that volume of shooting from distance, or do you think that they should be more conservative with that and try and push it on the inside?
I've enjoyed the amount of threes that have been, taken by both sides, to be fair. Yamaguchi's certainly not been afraid to let it fly. And the Kestrels, they're finding their teammates open. There's certain players who maybe haven't taken as many, and at times I think the Kestrels have been a little bit more rushed than maybe the Elite have from free. And the Kestrels maybe just need to slow it down, think about what they're doing. And, we saw at one point there was a sequence where a player passed up on a free, passed out, got the ball back in the paint, and just easy layup. Maybe the Kestrels need to be a little bit more patient, just get a rhythm going, and then maybe that's when they start, throwing their threes out. When they're in the rhythm, when they're feeling hot, that's when you let it fly.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Josh. So that's been the first half at 26 to 35 to the London Elite. Can the Kestrels pull it back in the second half? They will need to use that tempo. They will need to pull back that momentum and use those rotational players. But those star players for the Kestrels, they've got to step up at some point. We'll be with you for the commentary. Josh and the Riven will be on commentary for the second half. We will be with you for then, and we'll see you for that second half.
Back to the second half, and players going back to their bench. Interesting to see how the Kestrels react to that sort of disappointing second quarter, where they only scored 8 points in that second quarter there, and sort of coming out as 9 point differential being 9 points going into that half time. It'll be interesting to see whether they can overcome that in that third quarter and sort of bounce back quickly and hopefully take it to the London League straight away.
Quick start needed for the Kestrels, definitely. You said they only scored 8 points in the last quarter. They're now down by 9. So they're going to need a quick start, get that score a bit more in touch and distance for the Kestrels, and just, get a bit of rhythm going.
Yeah, I mean, the Kestrels have struggled here and there with that full court blitz, as you mentioned downstairs, and you kind of wonder whether London Elite will continue doing it. As I mentioned, only 8 players in their squad today and having to rotate quite a bit, and wondering whether the players are struggling with their sort of energy levels and fatigue possibly, and if anything, we've sort of seen Uzumafuna out of all the players looking the most tired out there, obviously with struggling with a couple of the falls, and whether she comes out on the court directly on the second half, I'm not sure, but interesting to see what that starting 5 is for the second half as London Elite get back to their stations. Anna Mendes coming back out onto the court with Uzumafuna, Unwabisi, McDowell and Burt Whistle. Obviously we saw Burt Whistle just struggling a couple of times with her shot in that third quarter. And Unwabisi coming back on the court. She coming back onto the court after a decent rest. Some of the men's team have turned up for their game later. As London Elite get started in the second half. Yamaguchi once again running things for the London Elite. Trying the tempo, dribble handoff to Godwin. Back to Yamaguchi, 3-pointer once again, just short. Burt Whistle can't get the rebound. It's deemed to come off Burt Whistle's fingers. Just unfortunate there with the rebound once again, and sort of Kestrels sort of starting the second half how they ended it, just struggled to getting those defensive rebounds, and ultimately is probably hurting them a lot in this game.
Yeah, that's a tough one for the Kestrels. You really feel like they need to start this quarter as the team who are pushing the pace. You know, that would have been a really good stop there. Yamaguchi going for 3. Oh, but a big stop from Uzumafuna. What a block. That's number 2 for her.
Great block there on Yamaguchi, sort of stopping that 3-point attempt, and sort of statement of intent at the start of the second half. Obviously struggled with the rebound there, but great energy there. Obviously we mentioned that she might be tired, but proving us wrong once again as she uses her bouncy legs and blocks the ball. As a great 3-point shot there for Hunt on the buzzer at the end of the shot clock. Very demoralising there for the Solent Kestrels.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Hunt's size, but how about her range as well? Showing how she can space it. That is a big problem for the Kestrels, and now Yamaguchi going forward. This is an issue again for the Kestrels.
Great pass there to Hunt, can't get it to go. And the Kestrels, good rebound there. McDowell finding Burt Whistle as they push the pace for a 3-on-3. Thinks about the drive to the basket, finds Uzumafuna. Back to Unwabisi, tries the floater for the mid-range, just can't get it to go, too much on it. And just unfortunate there as London Elite a 12-point lead at the start of the second half. 8:35 in this third quarter. Hunt thinks about the mid-range. Good up and under, tries the scoop layup, can't get it to go. Great rebound there by Unwabisi and poked away. Kestrels come up with the ball, and good board there by Unwabisi, just fighting off the big players for London Elite like Rosaire and like Hunt. And just good hustle overall by Unwabisi there. As Mendes spin move, stop, pop, and can't get the shot to go, and just pump fake on the first step. Possible travel call, but nothing called by the referees, and just unfortunate to get the layup not to go. And Elite using their size once again, and Hunt from the free throw line, but just extending the lead to 14 points and sort of making their lead known for the Kestrels. Great dribble move there by Uzumafuna. Stop and sort of step there by Mendes. 2 shots, neither can go into the basket. Struggle from the close range there from Mendes as Hunt drives the basket. Good block there by McDowell.
Hunt's everywhere right now, you know, she's really carried on her momentum from the end of the second quarter, and that's already 7 early points in his third for Hunt.
Yeah, just a quick pick and roll there with Yamaguchi. And Yamaguchi, great spinning pass back into Hunt in that low post position, using her size to her advantage. As Uzumafuna drive for the basket, floater can't get to go, but attempts to get the rebound. Another fall onto the ground, and slow to get up that time. But Yamaguchi comes up with the ball, but it's a 1-on-4. Finds Hunt, floats, can't get to go. Gets the rebound though, gets the rebound and go, but poked away by the Kestrels defense. But Elite come up with the rebound once again, but Burtwhistle tries to be aggressive there, but she'll get her first foul of the game, sorry. And Elite with the 16-point lead over the Kestrels.
A couple of the young Solent Kestrels men's just arriving to take their seat to watch this one. Joe Lloyd and Jaden Dawes ahead of this doubleheader.
Another quick layup there again by London Elite, and drive to the basket. Great move there by Unumbi. Can't get the shot to go, sort of forced it there, off balance. Sort of just couldn't get a solid hand up to the backboard to get it off the window and get it in, but Kestrels come up with the ball again as London Elite just missed an opportunity through Yamaguchi. Just a long pass, just ahead of her teammate.
It's a little bit frantic in the third on both ends of the floor from both teams, I think. Just a little bit. Both teams have come out here really trying to take over, but maybe just a little bit too quick at times with the basketball.
Yeah, sort of try and feed off that pace from the first half, and just struggling with the pace set already. As I look up to the scoreboard and realise Hunt is on 19 points. As you said, really quick start to the second half as Burtwhistle comes off for Blandford with 6 minutes 18 left on the clock. Godwin comes back on for London Elite. Yamaguchi with the ball once again, drive to the basket. Great pass in to Rosser, but can't get the shot to go again. Signs of a flashy passes there again as Uzumafuna can't find McDowell. But as you said in that first half, LaMelo Ball-esque.
Yeah, she's just... Yamaguchi's taken over as the facilitator, hasn't she, for the Elite now? You know, Hunt's taken over as the point scorer, but Yamaguchi, just playmaking-wise, is really impressing here. Another lovely behind-the-back pass then. They haven't got a bucket, but it's another almost highlight play for Yamaguchi.
Dow with the three-pointer, just long off iron there as Uzumafuna, great use of her pace there to get the rebound, and Kestrels come up with the ball. Look to try and get a bucket for the second half as McDowell from three, can't get to go, and that's two early three-point attempts by McDowell. Can't find her range there, but sort of for her trying to find her range, and BC with her third foul of the game. And interesting call there by the referee there, Josh.
Yeah, it's a tough one from the BC. You know, she had that quick flurry of 4 points, but now she's racked up 3 fouls. And you know, we talked at halftime downstairs a little bit about the foul trouble for the Solent Kestrels. Now we're seeing a timeout. Maybe we will now see the BC take a bit of a sit down.
Yeah, just 2 fouls already in this third quarter for the Kestrels, and yet to score in 4.5 minutes of basketball in the third quarter. But hopefully for them, they can change that. As London Elite have already scored what I believe is, if I do my maths correctly, 9 points in this third quarter.
I believe so, yeah.
And most of which coming through Hunt, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
And as we mentioned, Yamaguchi, great facilitator here in this game, has sort of continued to cause the Kestrels some problems.
It is all 9 for Hunt, actually, indeed. It's one thing we did say about was, is there going to be that player to take over? And right now it is Hunt. You know, we spoke a little bit about Ana Mendes before the game. She hasn't scored since that early first quarter where she hit that bank shot and got her 5 points. Ana Mendes has been quite quiet since. You know, we saw her sitting out a little bit in that second quarter. It's almost coming from Uzumafuna now for the Kestrels, who has 6 points. She's the leading scorer for the Kestrels, but it's almost been a bucket a quarter for her. They really need someone just now to take over and get those buckets, because they are now more significantly behind.
Yeah, good point there, Josh. As we mentioned multiple times before the game, as Hunt gets the ball off her own rebound and her own miss, and Mendes comes up with a defensive rebound there. But obviously the cup game, as a team, they struggled, only scoring 19 points. But Mendes also did struggle, obviously the highest scorer of the team, but that day couldn't get the win. A mid-range there by Unwabisi, but she gets the rebound as she falls to the floor, and so does Uzumafuna for, I believe, is the 5th time today. Foul called on Blanford as Theobald tried to get the left hook but couldn't get it to go, and deemed to have been a shooting foul there on Blanford. And she gets her first foul of the game, and it'll be Kestrels' third of this quarter. First free throw is good by Theobald. And the lead is extended to 19 points. Second free throw just off for Theobald as Uzumafuna gets the rebound. She's sort of brushing the hit to her face off with her jersey. She gets the ball here, dribble move, found some space, could have gone for the shot. But found Umabisi's the three-point shot. It's just long, and Kestrels continues to find their struggles in the second half as Uzumafuna sort of switched off there and got two in, sort of focused on Yamaguchi, and rightfully so, but the ball hits off the back of her, and she continues to fight off some early hits in this second half, sorry. She's using her pass to advantage. Hunt again using her size under the basket. Yamaguchi at the top of the key. Comes off the screen, fights off Uzumafuna defensively. Good defense there by Uzumafuna, using her pace and sort of staying with Yamaguchi and causing Yamaguchi some problems in the second half. There's a looping layup there by Hunt. Can't get it to, sorry, not Hunt, El Hussein can't get it to go, and a foul called there, and Kestrels come up with the ball.
It's a really good Solent Kestrels defensive play there. Really aggressive, all tight to their matchups, really strong. And they didn't let them have a shot, and their shot clock violation, they've got the foul as well after it. Bit of time to relax, really strong for the Kestrels.
There's another steal by the London Elite again, and put it away there by Nwabisi's. Godwin attempted to drive to the basket, but couldn't get it to go, and Kestrels come up with the ball, in fact, and it due to come off Godwin there. Kestrels continue their struggles in the second half, yet to score with 4 minutes left in the third quarter.
It's a really aggressive formation from the Elite. They've got 4 players in the Kestrels quarter here. Look at, they're really high up there. You know, Kestrels have only got 2 players back. They're forcing them almost to, you know, go long and throw at them.
Yeah, I mean, good display of aerobic endurance by the London Elite today, just showing the skill in terms of keeping the energy up as Blanford tries the right-hand layup, couldn't get it to go, and Mendez couldn't get it to go, and foul called on a Kestrels player. No, sorry, Bartlett comes on for Blanford. Thought a foul was called there, but no. As Kestrels struggle again on the rebounds.
Home side still yet to score in this quarter.
More of the men's squad turned up. Duran just sitting in the seats now. Finds his seat. Hunt, high post. Tries to spin move, but finds El Hussein. Good steal there for the Kestrels. As Holt gets her first minutes of the game, and foul called on Rosser. Holt sort of showing why she should be on the court right now in the first minutes of the game, Josh.
Yeah, so it's an interesting one here for the Kestrels. Holt is obviously yet to score. So she is one of the players that, you know, 1 out of 2. We talked about the Solent Kestrels sharing the points. Holt wants to make that impact. Could she be the player to do it?
Another turnover there by the Kestrels. And London Elite coming up with the ball once again as they have a 19-point lead here in the third quarter. Stoppage here by the referee's substitution for the Elite. As
it's interesting to talk about the Elite. Obviously, we talked about earlier their size. We've really seen Yamaguchi and Hunt almost in the whole game, and Rosa, another player that's been in for a long period. They've really relied on 2 or 3 players to sort of propel their team forward. We've seen the sort of the same people on the bench, but then they've rotated out for short minutes, and that's given them those boosts of energy that they've needed.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about earlier in the game, before the game, that, I mean, London Elite, we thought that would be a negative that they have a short rotation, but if anything, I think it's helped them with the likes of Hunt scoring 19 points. As Kestrels come up with the ball, tries to drive to the basket. Good defense there by Yamaguchi, but Bartlett gets the floater to go. Good left hand there by Bartlett, and sort of getting Kestrels' first bucket of the second half. Yamaguchi thought about the three there, pressure by Uzumafuna. Good defense there by Mendes, putting the pressure on Hunt. She gets the floater to go with the hook. And Hunt with 21 points in this game. 11 just in this second half. Good ball movement as Mendes cut into the basket. Floater is good, and we talked about her possibly stepping up. Could this be the start of a flow for Anna Mendes?
Big bucket for Anna Mendes. That's her first since the first quarter. She really needs that one.
Yeah, Elite sort of trying to slow down the Kestrels' momentum there, but Kestrels good defense, travel called there by the referee, and Kestrels sort of get back into this game. Still a 17-point lead for the London Elite, but a good way to end this third quarter, Josh. Another
travel caused by that Kestrels defense. Something we've talked about, how they've been a bit more aggressive today and willing to get in front of their matchups and make them. Oh, there's another nice bucket there from Anna Mendes.
Great up and under, up and under the defender's arms there, and using her sides and speed and getting under the bucket, and turnover there by the London Elite, and again, but it's deemed to have come off. The referees don't even know, and they've given it to the London Elite, I believe. Good defense there by the Kestrels, though.
Good end to the quarter as well by the Kestrels on both ends, you know. The buckets are starting to fall, the defense is getting more aggressive, and that's another good defensive play. Unlucky not to get the inbound there for the Kestrels. This is exactly what they need to do, build that momentum. It's what the Elite did. You know, they ended the first really well and they took it into that second. Can the Kestrels do it now late game?
Yeah, use that momentum in that fourth quarter, hopefully get back into the game, but still 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Can the London Elite sort of fight back and show their prowess like they did in that second quarter and sort of the start of the third? As Hunt again under the basket, using her size, spin move, doesn't even need to wait for the defender to sort of put up a shot contest. Great dribble move here by Unwabisi, foul call, but can't get the shot to go. As I was saying, Hunt just acts as if the defender's not there. No shot defense. Well, there was defense, but it doesn't really affect her there. Using her size and sort of shooting over the defender directly.
It's that high release point that really allows Hunt to look more comfortable when shooting and shoot over the defender. She's a little bit more relaxed because she's got almost a bit more time to think. She hasn't got as much contention. It's like a Kristaps Porzingis. It's like a Victor Wembanyama. Hunt has really, really taken over 13 points in this quarter.
As Unwabisi's first free throw is off. I'm liking these NBA comparisons here, Josh. Almost as if you're writing up a draft comparison for a draft combine or something, but you can keep it up as Unwabisi's second free throw is good. Good full court press by Uzumafuna, and Unwabisi just pressuring Hunt as Hunt showing off her dribble moves despite being one of the bigger players on the court, and showing why she's causing the Kestrels so much problems. The bank shot is good as she's on 25 points in this game, showing off here in the Solent Sports Complex. It's foul called there on Musiada and Musiadi, sorry, that'll be 13 foul. Hunt is unbelievable in the second half so far. You're shaking your head.
That was really something from the London Elite's number 7. Hunt has really taken over. Now she's shown she can do absolutely everything as a big. Ball behind the back, taking it all the way up the court. Big bank shot. 15 points. That is the difference maker in this game so far, and it is Hunt.
Yeah, big second half performance by Hunt. 25 points here in the game. Weird floater there by Unwabisi's, shot contested by the London Elite, and push a pace once again. Back up top to the well-known by us so far. Yamaguchi finds Hunt. Back to Yamaguchi. Golden duo as she shoots the three, can't get it to go, but the London Elite come up with the rebound again. Back up to Yamaguchi. Great pass over to Diabolt. She's fouled on the shot. Sent to the free throw line once again, and that'll be the 4th team foul for the Kestrels in this third quarter, and the foul called there on Holt. First foul of the game as Hunt will come off. Holt, sorry, will come off, as well as Uzumafuna. Lamas coming on, and so will Sheldrick. Sort of add more size to the Kestrels backcourt in this third quarter. Test for rebounds and hopefully can help them get back into the game. Second free throw is good. 20-point lead by London Elite. Shrugging off the momentum that the Kestrels had a few minutes ago. 30 seconds left. Mendes trying to fight through the triple team there, and travel called there by the referee.
There's that double team we talked about earlier. Would the London Elite do it? And that's really good defense. Just putting almost two giants on Anna Mendes, using their size to their advantage. Great defense from the Elite.
London Elite tried to push the pace. With 23 seconds left on the shot clock, mid-range by Yamaguchi. Can't get it to go. Good rebound there by Unwabisi, pushing the pace. Good pass. Oh, no, not a good pass, but travel called, in fact. London Elite will come up with the ball. Sorry, Kestrels will come up with the ball as Unwabisi couldn't find Anna Mendes on the quick pass to her teammate. 13 seconds left in this third quarter. Kestrels trying to limit the deficit in this game. Lamas will inbound it. Finds Mendes, close range shot is good, off the window. 18-point differential with 9 seconds left in this third quarter. Quick pass to Godwin, poor defense out by the Kestrels, and it's a 20-point lead once again. Kestrels sort of forced to take that one on the chin, and poor defense there on transition there, Josh.
Another great pass by Yamaguchi, just finding her teammates with the more obscure, with the more unique pass. Really nice pass. Good end to the half for the Elite. That's 20 points in front. But also Anna Mendes really answering our calls there. 6 late points. She's up to 11. She's the Solent Kestrel player in double digits. They're going to need a big quarter from her now.
Yeah, 20-point differential here going into the fourth quarter, sorry. And I mean, it's going to be a difficult deficit to overcome, and you sort of wonder whether the Kestrels will sort of accept defeat, play the more bench players per se, with maybe Holt and maybe a bit of Sheldrick, but with sort of a bit more rotation, give Mendes some rest here at the end of the game and sort of accept the loss as it is, as they've all struggled to overcome the differential.
Yeah, we're seeing Ozemfunu have a well-deserved rest here at the end of the third quarter. Maybe she will still be going into the fourth. But you just wonder, yeah, will they try and be aggressive at the start, put all of their sort of starters out? Will they try and get in a distance where they could claw it back, or will they sort of sit back, allow the minutes, spread them out, allow maybe the two players who haven't got on the board yet in Lamas and Holt to get on that board, and just sort of play more team basketball to end it? Because it is a tough, lead to come back from.
They obviously started the game, as we said, a great start to the game with loads of ball movement, sort of finding the open players, and obviously that's ultimately how they got the lead in the first quarter. But since then, they've really struggled and struggling to find the shot, similar to that of the cup game. As players come back out onto the court. Anna Mendes still out there with Lamas and Rubisi, Sheldrick and Bartlett, as the men's team head back to the changing room before their 6 o'clock tip-off game in just over an hour. Inbound the ball to Bartlett. Just waiting for movement off the ball by Anna Mendes. Did get a double scoop on Rubisi floater. D2W been fouled. I think just got hit there in the face slightly on the shot attempt, but you saw there in that low post opportunity, Anna Mendes sort of quick little double team there by London Elite, sort of forcing them to pass the ball around the outside of the key. Rubisi's first free throw just long. As the Kestrels continue 20-point deficit to the London Elite here in this fourth quarter. Second free throw is good by Unwabisi. Down to 19 points. Unwabisi gets her 7th point of the game. 6 points, sorry. As Yamaguchi will ball it over to Godwin. Drives to the basket, finds Yamaguchi on the left-hand side for 3, just short. Rare miss there by Yamaguchi.
Big ball by Anna Mendes there.
Yeah, Lamas pushing the pace once again. Finds Bartlett. Anna Mendes quadruple team there in the low post on the spin move and fouled, and will go to the line for 2.
Good start by the Kestrels. This is a good start to the quarter. They need to push the pace, get those rebounds. Mendes needs to make these though.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Never happened. As you said, Josh, she needs to really make these free throws to sort of get the momentum going, as I sort of do the commentator's curse there, and she missed the first one. Mendes' second free throw. Gets it to go. 18-point deficit here for the Kestrels. Slowly but surely clawing at the lead, but good floater there by London Elite through by Bolt. Here's a 20-point lead once again. Sheldrick here on the right hand side, over to Mendes, thinks about the three, tries to drive to the basket. Good defense there by London Elite, forcing Lamas into stepping out of bounds, but it's come off Lamas and steps out and tries to play it off of a London Elite player, but can't get it to go. And another turnover there by the Kestrels, and looking like this one's all but done, Josh.
Yeah, 20 points, 9 minutes. Tough for the Kestrels, isn't it? You know, they started so well, but we really saw the Elite take over as the game went on. Their height really was the difference maker. A tough one to take for this Kestrel side, who have battled really well after a tough loss in the Cup.
Yeah, Yamaguchi again. Primary ball handler, just went for the off-ball movement. Good screens by London Elite. Good ball movement there. Back up to Yamaguchi. Thought about the three. Drive to the basket though. Forced into a tough pass on the baseline. Long two. Bounce around the rim, but good board by Animated. Poked away there. Good work there by Augustin, and tries to find some space. And back up to Yamaguchi once again. She always seems to find the ball in her hands as she tries the three, but comes off the board, and shot clock violation there called on London Elite. Bartlett with the ball on the right hand side, finds Sheldrick, tries to find Mendes, pokes around the hand, but comes off the baseline there. And another turnover there by the Kestrels, and a really tough one to take there, Joe.
Yeah, the Kestrels, after forcing a shot clock as well, you really hope to be profitable about that offensive play. But just another tough one, an unlucky one for the Solent Kestrels, and that sort of has been the story since the first quarter. Just those little errors that have just allow for that lead to chip in and allow for the Elite to take a 20-point lead.
Good point there, Josh, as Yamaguchi on the left-hand side. So we double teamed quickly there as Kestrels set up in this 2-3 zone, I believe, and forced into another shot clock call there by the referee. Great defense by the Kestrels. Another turnover by London Elite. Great defense by the Kestrels, but still can't get the offensive points to come, and they continue to fall flat and not overcome the lead by the London Elite.
It's a good foundation though from the Solent Kestrels in that defence. They're sort of working their way from the bottom up. It's unlucky there from three.
Yeah, unlucky there by Lamas, but as you said, good sort of basis for the Kestrels to start off their comeback fight, but like we said, it's going to be very difficult with 20 points to overcome with 7 minutes and 17 seconds left, as Yamaguchi again open for three, just off. Can't continue her hot streak as a foul called. London Elite now on 3 fouls for the quarter, possibly putting Kestrels eventually in the bonus before the end of the game. And with 7 minutes left in this quarter, you'd think the coach for the London Elite would sort of tell them calm down and sort of not commit as many fouls as Mendes left hand side. Great pass in Shelter, can't catch the ball, and another turnover there by the Kestrels on the offensive end. Well, on the point about fouls, do you think the coach will be bringing that up, or do you think he'll sort of let them play the game as is and not worry about it, considering they've got a 20-point lead?
I think maybe when you're in the sort of 4.3 minute mark, I think you've just got to be sensible then, especially if you're up by 20. You know, now maybe as the coach you want to score as many points as possible, then you can bring in those, you know, players who haven't played as much. But I think for now, it's just be aggressive and don't let any sort of momentum start for the home side.
Good steal there by the Kestrels. Now driving to the basket, poked away by a defender, who tries to get the floater to go, but another board there by Hunt, deemed to have been fouled by the Kestrels players. Looks like Chloe Lamas committing her first personal foul of the game. But Hunt showing her size again, obviously not scored yet in this fourth quarter, but 25 points on the board, that wouldn't be a worry for her.
No, she really took over the third quarter, and that is, you know, 20-point difference. You know, the Kestrels, Mendez was 12, but when you look at, you know, Theobald as well has got 13 points for the elite. You know, Yamaguchi, we're talking a lot about her in the first, she's only on 8. That is where that lead has come from. It's those big numbers, 2 players in double digits for the London elite.
Beast drive to the basket, gets the layup to go, and timeout called by London elite. But the 2-3 zone there on show again by the Kestrels, sort of forcing a shot in the mid-range for the London elite and actually making a stop there, Josh.
Yeah, it's good from the Kestrels. You know, their defense in this quarter has been really strong. You know, that's a good bucket as well from Nemesi. That's where they need to translate it to. They're getting these stops, but then they need to profit. They need to be the ones getting the baskets. And yeah, they've narrowed it down now. You know, that's 2 points towards their lead that they need to, you know, get back in. But it's 6 minutes. It's tough. They maybe need to start shooting some threes, you know, how we saw in the first quarter. Team basketball, moving it around that 3-point line, moving into the corners, getting open looks. I think that's where the Kestrels really need to look at now.
Yeah, we've seen a lot since that first quarter, how they've sort of tried to force the pass into the low post, high post areas, into the likes of Mendez and Sheldrick. Can't get the pass, forcing a turnover, and you wonder whether they'll show off their passing ability once again and finding open teammates. But timeout ends as the players come back out onto the court with 6 minutes left in the game. As Kestrels showing off their full court press here. Sort of taking it straight to the London elite. Subs called here by London elite. Godwin coming on, as well as Theobald coming on for Augustin. Break through that full court press, but blitz here called by Kestrels, double team, and Unwabisi tries the layup with the right hand and can't get to go just off rim. McDowell, great rebound, but gets the shot to go and sort of supporting her teammate on that quick layup attempt. Great full court press here by the Kestrels and forcing turnovers. A great play by McDowell to poke the ball away and putting pressure here on the elite. Josh.
This is great intensity and urgency from the Solent Kestrels. This is what they need. They need to put the pressure on the London elite. Don't let them think, make them panic, get that ball back. And that's what they're doing there. You know, in the BC, we spoke about how getting 3,000 being potentially in foul trouble. That was fantastic defense, really aggressive, clean, good defense, got the ball, brilliant.
Hunt with the mid-range once again as she's putting up 27 points in this match. NBA numbers here today, Josh.
Yeah, just phenomenal performance from Hunt. She's really taken over, got comfortable in the game. There's another rebound.
Great move there by Uzumafuna, fall to the ground once again. Foul called on Mendez, her third foul of the game.
I really like that Uzumafuna has continued to get the ball, get on the ball. You know, she's had some really big hits and maybe the shots haven't fell as much, but she's been really creative. She's got the ball, you know, nice dribble moves, nice passing. She's been a one who sort of has unlocked it for the Solent Kestrels. Maybe in the post, you look more to Mendez, but I think on the ball, Uzumafuna has been very good at times.
Foul called there by Unwabisi. Her fourth foul of the game and a timeout called by the Solent Kestrels. 18-point deficit with 4 minutes 56 left to play in this game. You know, I brought up rotation earlier in the game and whether they'll accept the defeat. Do you reckon they'll finally accept it now, or do you reckon they'll continue playing the starters and sort of try and bridge the gap a little bit and show that their ability to the London League?
I quite like what I've seen from the Solent Kestrels in the last 2 minutes. I think if I was the head coach, I would give it a little bit more time. They're starting to get a little bit more of rhythm. They're making defensive stops. They've made a few more buckets now. You know, the Elite haven't scored in a little bit now since Hutt's, last basket. The only issue now, which we did hint at a minute ago, is Nabisi. She's now on 4 fouls. Are you going to put her back in? She's just made some good defensive stops. She's scored at the other end too. Do you put her in? And the answer is the coach is going to put her in.
Interesting call here by the Kestrels coach. I'd assume just to keep the squad cohesion going and sort of try and close the gap and not make it a complete blowout and hopefully down to single digits at the end of the game.
If the Kestrels were to hit a couple of threes here, or just make a couple of stops and then profit off their offense, they could get back in this one. It's an 18-point deficit. If they really are feeling hot, they're feeling themselves on the offensive end, they could make a late run here.
Good point there, Josh. Gucci tries the 3 again, but Anna Mendes, quick fast break. Unwabisi falling to the ground once again.
Great hustle.
Great hustle play there by Unwabisi. Good ball movement there by the Kestrels. 3-pointer by McDowell. Gets it to go, as you say, right on time. Trying those 3-point shots, trying to bridge the gap a little bit. And now it's only just a 15-point differential coming into the last 4.5 minutes of the game.
Huge shot by McDowell, really big shot. And now they get the rebound as well. This is really good from the Kestrels.
Pushing the pace once again through McDowell. Finds Uzumafuna. Back to Mendes. Uzumafuna once again. Great cut there by Unwabisi. Can't get the layup to go there. Just switched off, just sort of not finding that shot to go and sort of probably getting a bit complacent there just to miss the shot. If she hits that, probably almost back into the game there, Josh.
Yeah, that was a big shot, wasn't it? They're really starting to feel like they're making a bit of a rhythm now offensively. That one, you look at it, a 13-point deficit. It's starting to look possible. But here they come forward again with Osafuna.
Yeah, great ball movement. Back to McDowell. Good shot fake, left-hand scoop. Can't get it to go, and foul called there on the Kestrels on McDowell for her second foul of the game.
It's not an awful foul for the Solent Kestrels. They are playing a game against time now, as well as the London Elite. 3 minutes left. They really need to conserve the clock. The Elite might try and, as we see here, take it a bit more slowly with, Yamaguchi. The Kestrels have got to be aggressive.
Good full court press there by Unwabisi and Uzumafuna. Can't force the turnover though. Yamaguchi sort of slowing it down, waiting for the open player. Trying to find the bigs through Rosser. Good block there by Anna Mendes on Rosser, sort of saying, I'm still here, I'm still playing. It may be a 15-point differential, but I'm still the player I was at the start of the game.
Third block of the game for the Solent Kestrels. That is credit to their defense.
Yamaguchi inbounding it here. Finds Hunt once again and sort of demoralising here for the Kestrels once again, as we see for what seems like sort of demoralising time again. Hunt points, a step back 3 there by Lamas, just short. Good rebound there by Unwabisi. Finds McDowell for 3. Can't get to go. Great rebound there by Uzumafuna.
Big Kestrels boards there. 2 boards in a row there. That is huge.
Good play there by Mendes, sort of forcing the big out of the paint, staying out of the rebounds and letting her teammates collapse the boards, and forcing the bigger players of the London Elite are marking her to sort of come off the boards and giving the Kestrels a chance to get the boards. And this just chats to her teammate in Blandford as she comes on for Bartlett. McDowell, sorry, not Bartlett.
You can see the leadership of Mendes, can't you, throughout the game, talking to her teammates. She's the one who calls the huddles. It's really impressive.
Uzumafina's second free throw is also off. 17-point differential here. Mendes forced the turnover, and the Kestrels come up with the ball. 2:43 left in the game. Substitution for the London Elite as Godwin coming on for El Hussein. And Holt coming on for Lamas, giving some important minutes here to Holt. They look to continue stopping the clock and rolling the ball and not forcing the clock to wind down. It's good off the ball movement there by Blanford. Can't find a teammate in Rabisi, and a foul called there on Mendez, her 4th foul of the game.
It's a tough break for Solent Kestrels, you know. The BC, Mendez, 2 players they've heavily relied on, and they're both on 4 fouls, and that is Mendez also checked out onto the bench for now.
And obviously London Elite now in the bonus, and every foul committed by the Kestrels will send the London Elite to the free throw line. His first free throw by Godwin just off. Still a 17-point differential with 2 minutes 32 left in the game. Second free throw is good by Godwin. Mafuna pushing the pace once again, statement of intent. Taking the game to London Elite. Low post, good spin move. Force the defender one way, goes the other. Left hand scoop layup, can't get to go, but great rebound there by Mafuna. Finds Holt up top to Unwabisi. Good fake dribble, handoff there by Unwabisi. Great move, great layup, and brings it down to 16 points here in the game. Continue pushing the pace and sort of forcing the full court press.
Double digits now for Nabisi. That is the second Kestrels player.
Nabisi with 10, Mendez with 12, as you said. Kestrels forcing the air ball from Hunt. Rare miss there by Hunt, as we've seen today. But great zone defense there again by the Kestrels. 1 minute 47 left, and Kestrels showing that they still want to win this game. They want to bring the game to the London Elite, rolling the ball just to slow the clock down.
Oh, tough one there. Backcourt violation on the BC.
Good defense there by Godwin. Underrated player here today with 7 points. Good defense all game, and obviously rotated on and off with the bench, but good defense there again by Godwin.
Ooh,
good,
that's a heavy
hit on Unwabisi. She also falls down again. Her and Mafuna have spent a lot of time on the floor today. Just low post. And forced the shot clock. Kestrels forced the shot clock violation. 1 minute 28 left in the game. They won't overcome the defeat, but showing that they're still in this game.
Yeah, I wonder if the coach now, Riven, will look towards his bench. You know, 1 minute 26 left, down by 16. Unless the Kestrels can hit some big shots here, maybe it's time to give some minutes.
Good layup there by Unwabisi. Can't get the shot to fall. And London Elite slowing it down through Yamaguchi. And you wonder whether, as you said, they'll rotate the squad through the Kestrels or not. Or even the London Elite just rotated a little bit. Yamaguchi's played almost the entirety of this match so far. As Godwin, great fake one way and drive the other, and gets the layup to go, extending the lead to 18 points with 52 seconds left in the game.
I mean, you look at Godwin, Oka there, you know, she's up by 18 points with less than a minute to go. She's hustling back, trying to get the ball. That's credit to her and how aggressive she's been on defense. She's been really impressive on the defensive end, and 9 points on the offensive end too now.
Unwabisi did put up that good layup, good defense there by the Kestrels, good rebound as well. 30 seconds left in the game, and Unwabisi still statement of intent. She drives to the basket and drawing the foul. She's still wanting to attack the basket despite there being 30 seconds in the game, and 16 points down. And great, as you said, you mentioned Godwin's energy, but Unwabisi still wanting to show how good she is at basketball.
Yeah, a chance to become the scoring leader now for the Kestrels in this game, as she is tied with Mendez.
First free throw, just long. Oh, bounced off the back of the rim and back in for Unwabisi. Second free throw, also good by Unwabisi, putting her on 14 points in the game. point differential at 14 points, 28 seconds left in the game. You're wondering whether London Elite will just dribble it out here, or Uzumafuna sort of still putting that pressure on. So is Sheldrick, double teaming Yamaguchi, trying to foul her with just 11 seconds left. Hunt thought about the shot, but off the backboard. Messy play there, but shot clock violation called. Turnover by London Elite, and 5 seconds left in the game, Josh, as you head back down to courtside. As they just, Kestrels dribble it out for the final 5 seconds, and tough loss there for the Solent Kestrels as London Elite come up 64-50 winners. After strong first quarter from the Solent Kestrels, London Elite just coming off the better team today, as Kestrels off the back of the win last week can't take it this week, and wonder how they'll react after this loss and take it to the next game, as the players fist bump the referees and head back to their bench. Strong words, I'm sure, from the Solent Kestrels coach today. A tough loss as the men head out onto the court for their warm-up before the 6 o'clock tip-off. I will head back down to courtside, back to Sam and Josh for the post-match report.
Thank you very much, Ribbon. Well, that's the end of today's game. 50-64 to the London Elite. Didn't go quite the way that the Solent Kestrels wanted today, did it, Josh?
No, you know, the Kestrels, a tough game, another loss at home. There were a lot of positives. They started really well. You know, the Elite really took over in that second and the third quarter. But I think the Solent Kestrels ended the game well as well. On the defensive end, we had a lot of stops. Maybe their offense wasn't flowing as much, but, you know, good performances from the BC. Mendes took over at the end. There's a lot of positives for the home side.
I mean, a fantastic performance from Hunt. I want to talk about, who scored 29 points. Talk to me about her performance in that game today.
Yeah, she had a bit of everything really. You know, at the end we saw her a full court dribble and then a bank layup shot. You know, she's stretching the floor, 29 points, getting rebounds. It's that high release point when she's shooting. You know, we're comparing her to Kristaps Porzingis upstairs. We're getting excited. You know, 29 points, really, really good performance.
And what we talked about the rotations and bringing on different players. Now Asiri came on and scored a decent amount. Mendes didn't quite score when they needed them to. Talk to me about the offensive load that we talked about quite a lot of earlier.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the two sides differ a lot in the size of the squads, and I think it was interesting to see that Solent Kestrels didn't really rotate at the end. I thought maybe they would with the lead as big as it was, but the Kestrels heavily relied on their sort of main players, as you mentioned there. But then you look at the Elite, who had a much smaller squad, and I actually think it maybe benefit them today. You know, the Elite, they relied on Yamaguchi, on Hunt, and, you know, they really delivered. Those 8 players, they had their 3 main players who were always on, in the 2 bigs and Yamaguchi, and then they had those 3 players that you could come in, give them energy and rotate, and I think that really actually benefited the visitors today.
I mean, also you mentioned Yamaguchi, her facilitating, being able to push the ball in the different tempos, left and right. Talk to me a little bit also about her impact on today's game as well.
Yeah, I think she did really well because she started really hot shooting wise. You know, 2 threes early on, but then it was a bit more cold. She didn't really make a bucket for a while, but she then changed her role from scorer to facilitator. We've seen those flashy passes, you know, just finding her teammates open, and that ball handling as well. It was a really good performance, and another London Elite player impressed today.
I mean, moving on to the next game, this is a double header. The men's team, I saw quite a lot of them in the bleachers today watching today's game. After seeing that, how are they going to be feeling about their game later on? Talk to me and introduce me a little bit about that second game.
Yeah, double header obviously here at the Solent Sports Complex. you know, a good crowd, good turnout. We've got the cheerleaders, we've got a spectacle here. The men obviously have come and watched that game, and maybe they'll be feeling like down. They need to put it right. They want to win at home court. They'll be here. They're playing the London Stars, another team from London. Maybe that will impact it too, and the Kestrels will want to win this one.
And one more thing, actually, just thinking about it, when with the London All-Stars, they're going to be seeing that their fellow London team also won here. That's going to fill them with confidence, surely, for that second game.
Yeah, I think so. Coming in as the away side, you know, it's a good crowd here. They're trying to get, you know, when the away side were making free throws, there's a bit of noise. But I mean, we said earlier about the London, you know, elite coming as almost as business mentality, not being worried. The London Stars have got to take a lot from that and do that too. Just not be afraid of the home atmosphere and just come here, embrace it, start early, and yeah, impact the game on a positive way.
Well, thank you very much, Josh. That's the first of our double header today. The score ending 50-64 to the London Elite. Not quite the result that the Kestrels would want today at the Solent Sports Complex, but hopefully that they will bounce back from this, especially after their loss from the previous game, and hopefully they can step forward and continue to move the season in a more positive light. I have been Samuel Williams on presenting here with Josh. Josh has also been on commentary today with Riven, and I hope you join us for the second game of our doubleheader, where the Solent Kestrels will be playing the London All-Stars. Hope to see you then, and thank you very much.